And today we are live again. Welcome to the next episode, folks. How you been? Is anyone in chat even? I'm going to before we kick off proper, I'm going to wait 2 more minutes for whomever wants to join, and we'll begin proper. Hello, Mordicrow. How's the day been for you? Alright, I think the 2 minutes are up. Better start before... Woke up 30 minutes ago, so my day is just getting started. What about you? Dude, today is like even more hot than yesterday. And yeah, I was actually also busy in the morning. But like it's already afternoon where I'm from. Maybe it's like early for some people and they'll catch up later. But it is what it is. Let's get rolling. Last time we worked on the drum. Today we're gonna be working on the wing. So there are a couple of ways to do it. One is like to try to do it by hand, you know, to find the shape. Another is to create a cylinder that we can then slice. Like so. Right. That's also a way. But I have a lot of details to do as well. So what I think will be a better way to do things is to use a plane, subdivide it a bit. This will be good for now. And we'll use modifiers to like plan things out. we will use a deform modifier, like simple deform. In all honesty, they could have made it better. They could have made the deformer better, but or more intuitive, right? Because like if you notice right now, it doesn't seem like it's doing anything until we switch to the z-axis. Now, for our needs, the z-axis isn't good. So what we will do is change the pivot orientation of the object, and we will flip it like 90 degrees on the x. There. And we no longer manipulate the origin, so now like what we essentially did is like we offset the transforms. Right, this is how it would be if it was like neutral. But anyway, so now we have a bent surface. So now we can like match to our needs without worrying too much about messing things up. I want to zero it out and place it like so in the middle. To make sure that it fits nicely with the proportions of our box. Like I could like I'll show you something. I could rotate it in and try to fit it in, right? But that's not that carries its own risk, like we're just accumulating weird transforms and we're working on weird angles. So what I will instead do is I'll leave it here at that, and I'll give it a twin. I will duplicate link. I won't duplicate the object, I'll duplicate the link. Duplicate linked, sorry. And we will rotate it around the y-axis. We will place it over here like this. We will give it a nice position like so. And now to match the dimensions of our box, I can just like I can go to this thing, I can edit the mesh, and they will both update. So let's change the pivot to the cursor, and we will scale it like this, right? So now it's much clever. We work much cleverly now. See, simple and clean. We still have the base shape, like in neutral position. Let's see. Yeah. Like this. I need to outset this just a bit more outwards. And give it the normal pivot back. Yeah. So like we don't need this anymore, we can just we can hide it. Or better yet, we can like we can make a new collection that's for we can move this to our new like collection, and we can hide it like that as well, because I don't think we need it to distract us anymore. Right. If we look at our references, it let's see how it doesn't like completely cover, like it's not the diameter of the barrel exactly, from what I'm seeing. No, not really. It's good enough. So we will we need more subdivision now. I'll use the modifier for now. Like so. Let's shade them both out to smooth, and let's link the modifiers. So now they both have like the subdivision and everything else with them. Cool. Moving on, let's try to define the shape. What reference will serve me best? I guess this one is the best one we have. Let me just find it. Yeah. We'll copy this boy. We'll hide the rest for now. And we'll try to get something out of it. Fine. Good enough. Not the best angle, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So I need to make a cut that tapers like from this end and this end. I need to like first get my midpoint. I'll get rid of these guys because I don't need them anymore. So it's like this, and we will get a cut like this, and a cut like this, right? And now we need to chop it off. Now, what's the best way we can do this? Well, actually, I think we can continue to work flat, because if I turn off the modifier, see, it's actually it's a flat plane. We haven't actually like lost anything. So I'll define some cuts, and we'll go from there. Hopefully it's fine. That's right, Ikaruga Kino is welcome to the stream. I need to fix this Angon. And I can mirror this as well. Nice. A bit of it. Okay, let's see if like this paid off. If we enable the bed modifier, it's like perfect. It's like what it's supposed to be, right? You see that? It's perfection. Let me hide the UI. See, like perfectly smooth from beginning to end. And over here it's the same. Hold on, I just need to like I just need to copy the modifiers again. Right, like so. Beautiful. Clean. Nice and clean. If we look at the wireframe, let me just check. Yeah, apply. If we look at the wireframe, it's like pretty nice, right? It's super clean. I'll have to undo it though because I still have more work to do. So there's also a cut like this over here. We're gonna go back and we're gonna fix it up. What I can actually do is like, cause these are like separate plates, the front and the back. What I can actually do is like I can unweld these plates. I forgot what the proper term is. Like I think it's edge split. No, it's not that. It's rip. Yeah, okay. There's a tool for it actually. So I'll show you the tool first. Oh, thank you, Moldy. Thank you. I'll check it out in a moment. Let me just download it then, because otherwise I'll forget. But you know, we don't need to be like super duper exact, like 1-to-1. We just need to like make it actually make it actually appear like it's Ikaruga, at least at a glance. Again, here's another tool like which is like rip region and rip edges. Like we're gonna use the rip edges region, version. And let me turn off this stuff. What it will do is, okay, yeah, rip region. What it'll do is like when you select and pull the edges, it's like separates them. They're like unwelded. We have the command box. Let me just like tweak it exactly as it should be. Fuck. Well, anyway, I prefer the hotkey V. The default hotkey is V. Motherfucker. This is like the V and press Y while you're doing the operation to like lock it into the Z axis, and we'll just make a little gap like so. Cool. So now we can do this a couple of ways. We can cut stuff up like from here to here, right? But that's not necessary. There's a cleaner way to do this. Like our topology is already like good. It's just like not in the right position. So we'll select these edges. We will switch over to our 3D cursor mode, not the medium point, but the cursor. And we'll just scale it in like this, right? And that should like suffice. That should get us where we need to be. Cool. Let's scale this down just a little bit. Cool. If we turn back our modifiers, we get what we wanted. We need to hold on. I'm gonna pull out your reference moldy. I still like have the ArtStation like image from what you guys gave me last time. In front and opacity. Interesting. So it is actually like, I thought this would be wrong, but it is actually like further down on the barrel. Does it look lean enough? Let me check the block out. Like I feel like it could be like more lean. I mean, I could do it like this. Let's try it out. We can scale the X like so. Yeah, and move it by local Z. Local Z. This is like, if you just press G and Z, it's like world Z. But we want local Z, local space. See, it tells us like here at the top, along local Z. Like this. I'll make this longer as well. The back end. Right, okay, this needs to be a lot more like, the taper needs to be a lot more sharper as well. Not a problem though. We just take the we take this stuff and we can get it into shape. I may need to like do a bit more definition though. Like so, let me add some edges. Right. It doesn't have to be exact because we're like working low poly enough that it's like not a big deal. Okay. Let's look at the reference image. Yeah, it's pretty close. What if we play with the angle, with the bend, I mean? Yeah, I needed 90 at least. Because I'm going to be filling this up later. The size of one end needs to match the other as well. So let's go over bird's eye view. Yeah. Let's move this out. .55 millimeters. 0.53. We can slim it down just a bit more. Just a bit more. With 93. Cool. Clean. From here on out, it's gonna be clean, guys. We're not gonna get any bad stuff happening to it. Let's look at the moving on then. Let's look at the details. I personally like looking more at concept art because it has like it has more flair to it. This isn't like bad 3D models per se, what people were doing, like other people's work, but in concept art, in illustration, you can appreciate like the artist's flair can give you ideas. So like here, like these, I see that like on the side here, there's an interesting like intersection over here. We're gonna do it in a moment though. Let's first think about. Well, I guess I'll make the connecting piece, like that's proper. That's the proper thing to do right now. So I'll duplicate this object, not duplicate length, just duplicate. I will work with the. I'll get rid of bend for now. I don't need it on this copy. And okay, this stuff should be good enough. We invert the selection. We delete the faces. I'll apply the mirror, and I'll duplicate it, and I'll apply the mirror. Fly. Right, let's edit again. A bit goofy, but that's not a problem. We can easily fix that. I'll just extrude new faces like so. Get rid of these. Cool. So it's not exact. We'll figure it out, but it's like from here to here. is this piece. Moving on. Let's extrude the box. So now it's like a completely solid 3D object, completely airtight and solid. I'm gonna pull out like... It has to not stick out too much though, right? Okay. Okay. This is I think it's like how much is this angle? 120, a 120 degree I think. We can use information to help us along. Where was it though? I forgot where. Never mind, I'll just do it like this. I'll use the measurement tool and then I'll break the line like so. And I'll plot out my operation. This needs to be way sharper. Right, like something like this. I need this kind of angle. Hold on, again. I will... Unfortunately, I can't keep like the display on. So I'll get back to it later. Okay, now I got it back. Cool. Right, almost there. Cool. And like we can grab them again and get rid of them. I don't think I'll be needed them anymore. Yeah, looks presentable, looks like what I would want. I'm going to accommodate for the curvature of the surface. I'm going to make an adjustment. So I'll select these two edges, and if I press J, that's my that's the tool to like auto slice from A to B. Right, you can do it like so. You can do it also with the cut tool. I forgot how it was called. Like some of these things are like so intuitive to me that I I completely blank out on the names though. Oh, no, yeah, here it is. Connect vertex path. So, again, as always, if you don't, because you guys aren't power users like me, if you don't know the shortkeys but need a tool, just, you know, right click and add it to quick favorites, and you will always, like, have it. As long as you need it, as long, and you can get rid of it whenever you want to, right? So let's do it like this. So like it looks like it's like, you know, deforming around the surface. I want to bake in another mirror. Cool. So now we have to break this down even further. Let me pick up a brush and illustrate this better. You don't have to be multi-crawl, just use quick favorites. Just find what you need and you place it on quick favorites, you'll be fine. I did it for like the longest time. Yeah, here's my color wheel. So, okay. One part is this silhouette. Another part is this thing cuts over like so, something like so, right? So we have to separate here the front piece. We will do a inset. No, not like this. We will do an inset from here to here, and in these guys over here, it'll look better like so. Give it some room. Let's see. Is there a way to snap vertices to another object's surface? I know Maya you can do something like that, or you can snap a vertex to the position of another vertex XYZ. Only vertices, right? So yes, Moldy, I mean, sorry, Silver. I know this. Silver, sorry. There is a way. I'll show you in a moment. So I'll make a new object for you. I'll make a very tiny plane, and I'll show you off the snapping. So like we're in vertex mode, and you want to match. You want to match these two vertices. You want to match them to the height of this object. Let's say, for the sake of, you know, argument, we enable the snapping tool over here at the top. If you hover over it, it's like Shift Tab. Right, and I Shift Tab and I can enable the silhouette. The default is like it's based on like the world grid. But that's too much for us. Like we want to snap it to another vertex, right? So you go over here to your settings and you can do it like this. And if you press Z, it'll only snap to along the Z. Or you can do it like a freestyle. You can snap them like so, which is the default mode is like snap basis the closest. The closest point will snap to the closest point of the reference object. You can also do center. So like here's how center would look like. See? I hope I'm getting this through. There's also medium, there's also active, so like only the last selected piece, it gets snapped. It's no longer closest to closest, it's the active piece. This is what you wanted, I guess. And again, you can also like you can press, you can do your snapping along only the x-axis, and you know, get it like this, so like it's the same height but it's like offset. You can also snap with the edges. You can snap along the edge. So disclaimer, snap along the edge means anywhere along the edge you can snap to. Okay, this is more freeform. If you want exactly the middle of the edge, you have to use the other one, edge center. See, so now it's like more strict. It's now like only the center of the edge. So there you go. Moving on. We don't need this anymore. Let's save. We will separate this piece from like the body. So like now that we selected these faces, let's go to face mode and press V again. I mean, sorry, no, P. We can separate with P. I think it's in mesh separate. Yeah, it's over here in mesh. It will separate the selection. We don't need them to be connected for now. We want to work on just this piece alone and this piece alone, right? From here we have like some kind of barrel effect. How can I do this? I can insert the loop. I press E to make it even. I'll divide over here. And I'll add a loop like this and a loop like this. Now I have to like Alt S for like what was it called? Shrink fatten. Right? So like Alt S this thing, so they stick out. I'll do it like so that like I'll edit it a bit so that like the first one sticks out a bit more. Oh, cool. And now we have to bevel them. I think I can bevel them both immediately, like so. Yeah, just let me undo briefly, one by one. Like so. Okay, well, one of them is good, the other one is like not exactly what I want. Let me check. No, this isn't gonna help. This isn't gonna help. I'll do it another way then. No, first let's I just want to be sure that it's flat. It should be flat, but let me just... No, it can't be perfectly flat, that's the thing. because I bended it over. So I'll just flatten these out. Loop tools is one of the default plugins, by the way. If I go to preferences and show you, loop tools is one of the things that comes defaulted with Blender. So like it's a free add-on, so technically we're not going over like our budget of 0. Okay, I suggest this tool a lot. It's convenient for other things. Let's flatten these faces. Okay, this part should be like perfectly flat. I don't care about this over here that it's like wobbly and bent. That's fine for now. So now we will snap our cursor over here. Can I make this more colorful in some way? No, I don't think so. And we will use a new tool, this like a spin tool. We will go to the tool options. This is very important. Like we have to change the axis. By default, it's always Z, but we need something else. We need along the X. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but like if we offset the pivot, we'll get what we're looking for. It needs to be 90 degrees and okay, I can do it like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this will be more subtle. I'm fine with this kind of curvature. To be super exact, super precise, we will select our two edges and we will do what we did earlier. We will snap them along an edge. We will enable our snapping tool like so. Perfect, almost perfect. Cursor to selection again. Pick up these edges and we will move along the axis of the cursor. I don't need snapping anymore. Hold on. I'm not sure why my cursor doesn't like align with. Fuck it, I'll do it like this. I'll use another snapping tool. We can snap to faces or to like edge, and we will use the center. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Now it's perfect. We can get rid of this. We can we have to fill the vacuum, make a bridge. So you can connect edges to make a new face by selecting them and pressing F. And you know, as you see, it'll fill them. F for face. Result AFK. Ah yes, working a working stream. This will give me a bit of courage to avoid procrastination. Once again, my maintenance chores. Sure, dude. Whatever. Restot, are you a dev as well, by the way? I've never been too sure, but like you give me the impression that you were, to be honest. So we'll do the same thing we did earlier, but this time on here on the top. Oh fuck, I dropped the tool, sorry. See, like it's like it's more interesting now. This piece over here, it's slightly bigger, and the other piece is like slightly smaller. Okay, I'm gonna drop the tool, and we'll do what we did again. Rasad used to be. Now I'm just a programmer. I mean, yeah, cool. That's usual, I guess. It's a tough market, guys. Like, programmers aren't like. If you're a programmer and you want big pay, big bucks, from what they've told me, my programmers, from what they've told me, is like you work for a bank. Right, that's where the big money is. Like a programmer for a game, it's not as much as like other professions. So yeah, there you go. Once again, we snapped this, so like we don't need this stuff anymore to like distract us. Cool. Let's check it out from far away. Let me refresh the image as well, so I get rid of like my my stuff. We can play with this a bit more. What the fuck? Oh yeah, sorry. The problem is like, fuck. The cursor doesn't want to... The cursor doesn't want to align with my selection though. That's the one problem here. What can I do? What can I do? Let me think. Let me think. I have an idea. I have an idea. It's a wacky idea, but it will work. What the hell? Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I didn't intend to talk about this early, but notice this like weird shading error. This is when you go to viewport overlays, it tells you like face orientation. Is in like which is the back face, which is the front face. This is what usually happens when I mess around with the spin too. I like rotate it the way I want, but it's like facing the wrong direction. And so when I select the face, it's like actually, you know, it doesn't properly render. But we can easily fix that. We can see this. This is what I mean. This is so awkward, right? It's deceptive. So what we can do is like we can go over to mesh normals, recalculate outside, and everything should recalculate outside, like normally. See, now the back face is like where it's supposed to be. Cool. Okay, so we'll do it like this. We will select a bunch of stuff. And we will... Motherfucker. Okay. And we will align our selection. Sorry. We will align our transformation not to the world axis, but to the we will align it with the normal of the active element. Okay? Or local. I think local works too. No, normal. It's like the normal direction of a local element, which is this thing, and now we can smoosh them together. We can smoosh them together like this. We change to edge mode. We will do something else. We will we need the other face. Oh, so yeah, like this one, and we will change to scale mode, and now we'll scale it back in. Right, and we get like a, you know, a more organic effect. More creative at the very least. Now let me just fix the mess I did earlier. Real quick. This one I don't mind as much because like what? This one's like very easy to fix. I just like no, you know what? I'll get rid of the edge entirely. I don't need it anymore. Fine, we'll do it like this. Cool, right? Quick chat. Result. First tried to make video games, then turned 180 when I met Ubisoft devs, then went to make 3D for medical imagery, and after for cinema. But as interesting as it is, it's very, very precautious, so I stopped. Yeah, people were like... especially at Ubisoft, there's like a lot of hard personalities to work with. Is there a way to fix reverse normals of faces on objects? I think I've answered that question for you already, Silver. But again, you need to, first of all, you need to know that the problem exists in the first place. And then you go over to the object. Let me just do this again. With plugins you can make a lot of things faster, but it's good to know the fundamentals, guys. You can like go to the Blender store or whatever and like pick up stuff for like 10 euros. So like again, I'll show you one more time. Let's say that for some reason our normals are like are flipped. Right, you can some, not all. Right, you don't want to go in and you don't want to go in and select stuff and have to fix them. And you know, get into like messy stuff. Just use this function, recalculate outside, and it'll fix it for you. You can also do other wacky stuff. You can also modify surface normals by hand, but that's way beyond the scope for now. We'll cover that when we really need to. You don't need to worry about it. It's like a hard surface thing. Let's just fade this out as well. Yeah, cute. We can also use matte caps, so like this, or like other studio presets to like preview the surface. Like if it gets boring for you guys, you can, you know, you can play around with stuff, so like you get the feel of things. There's also matte caps, which are also pretty cool. Right? This one's almost good. This one's almost good. I just wish it was like a bit brighter. Anyway, moving on. I need to make a few more adjustments. There seems to be like an interesting inset happening. I think it's like, but it goes up, so wait, I'll do it like this. Select all the way here. I'll make an extrusion, and I'll make another inset, but this inset won't go in, but it will go out. It'll expand outwards like this. it's still messy now, but we'll fix it in a moment. So like we get this like interesting detail happening. We got a mess over here, but we're gonna fix it. So what I need to do is like I will have to use the auto merge over here, this fin auto merge, and we will aggressively slide fins one into the other to fix this like excessive stuff that we don't actually need. Let me isolate. What's the issue here? Face, face, face. Face, face. Cool. I'll fix this in a moment. All of this I don't actually need. Because I'm going to delicately set things in place. Right. Oh, good. So I like wanted to go like into the to blend out. Like so, cool. All this stuff we don't need anymore. You can just get rid of it and do regular patchwork. I'm holding, oh, by the way, I didn't say this, but like I'm holding control to temporarily activate the snapping mode. And that way I know that they snapped, you know, perfectly onto this thing. Face. Face. Let's see how thick it needs to be. I'll hide the selection overlay for a moment, but I can still manipulate it. So now we can check it out. Yeah, like this, and this edge goes in like this. This needs to be a bit more smooth. I'll like cheese it a bit. Like I can smooth it like this. I can like press GG like the slide over and over again, and it'll eventually like smooth it out into place. You know, usually it's not a great idea, but because we're still low poly, it's like it's feasible. Let me just find the mesh cleaner. Let me just like merge the we merged two vertices, so now it should be like proper without bad topology somewhere, right? Right, I forgot this. I need to fill it up like so. Fuck. Cap it out. This is gonna be an end gun, but it's fine. Like because we're gonna hide it underneath, and it's like a flat surface anyway, so it won't really be a problem. Right. Let me just. Let's just not have this mess over here so it doesn't distract me for later. Clean up these faces. Right. Clean. Silky clean. We select the entire boundary. No, wait, there's a better way to do it. We'll use a modifier. We will use a modifier called solidify. And what it'll do for us, I need it way up in the stack, and what it will do for us is like see this, like it basically a flat paper surface, it gives it thickness. That's cool. It's just that we don't need like airtight thickness, we only need the rim. So I'll play with this option, and it's like, ah shit, it's still crap. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it manually then. We'll extrude it ourselves. Like so. Why not? Just so it's like there's no weird gaps. And I can push it a bit out like this, so it, you know, it looks more interesting, right, guys? Next step, beveling. We got the form we wanted. So let me explain the problem. Imagine if it's like an object in the real world. Would you say the handyman did a good job if if you were working with an object that was this sharp, right? Like that's not considered like good craftsmanship to have tools or like objects that are like this sharp of like 90-degree corners. Like it's not considered, one, it's not considered realistic, but two, it's not considered safe. In the real world, things are not perfectly laser cut. What actually happens is things have, well, a bevel to them. There's no better way to say it. Or sometimes a chisel, right? So we need to have like it be more soft, right? Much better, right? So I'll turn off the mirror. So this is the modified side. This is like where it's like smooth, right? Way more believable, more realistic and safe, versus the other side, which is like laser cut. If you're doing a stylized low poly game, this doesn't apply to you, but we want to make it like good. The intention is like if you made it for, you could put this in a portfolio and get a job. That's the standard we're going for. Hello chat, I hope the turbulence isn't too much today. Zeno. When are you gonna stream, bro? No? When are you gonna stream? Now. And there he goes, like posting in Discord. He's endless Sifu struggles. Now, that said, we don't need to manually bevel everything always. There is a smarter way. We have options. So one of them is modifiers. And we will... It's under generate and it's like bevel. See, and it already does it for us. We just have to tweak it a bit. Like we can dictate like the amount. We can dictate the type of bevel. I mean the type of metric. We can give it segments. Right, so it's like really nice and smooth. And we can limit this a couple of ways. One is like by sharp angle. So anything like that's like 30 degrees, 50 degrees onwards, you can like bevel it. And you see the difference, like, I mean, a threshold, a sensitivity threshold. See, like, now it's 4 degrees and now it's picking up everything. We don't want that. That's too fast. We need a good balance. 30 was good. Let me check out though. Check it out. Yeah, it's mostly good. It's not picking up over here, so yeah, now it should be perfect, right? Beautiful. Right, so it's like properly soft now. It picks up where we need to. You can also do this like another way. You can like tell it like by weight. And what weight is, like they don't explain what they mean is like if by the property called edge bevel weight. So this is like a value that you assign to an edge bevel weight. And if you look at it here now it only picks up over here because like this is where it was assigned to. If I can continue to define it like so, and select the boundary. I can do it again, right, just by dragging. And it'll pick up this part as well. And now you see, now that gets beveled too. For the sake of this tutorial though, we can just like continue with the regular angle. I think it's fine enough. We have another problem to resolve, and that is that we want it to be more. We want the region to be like longer. So what can we do? We can do a couple of things. First is to disable clamp overlap. What clamp overlap does is like it keeps things safe. Like if you turn it off, it's like wild now. But that's fine-ish. We just have to be delicate enough. We can cheese this into place. Right width. But because it's a small object, I need to be delicate with the values. This is almost good enough. Almost good enough. There's a bit of funky stuff going on. Another thing we can try is we can try using the width type by percent, and that's different. It's also kind of a bit sus in its own way, but what it is like it works something by it offsets things by a percentile. Yeah, I'll show you like with the wireframe. But because we have n-gons over here, this messes up our plan. That's fine. We will just make an inset. So I will, yeah, cool. I will inset this. I will give it room to breathe. Let me get rid of this edge fill right here so it doesn't distract me. A bit of tweaking over here to correct the edge flow. Right. I don't need this stuff anymore. Right. And this stuff I don't need anymore. Okay. If you try to bevel again, let's see what will happen. See, now it's much better, right? Right? Much better, at least over here on this side. Let's switch to offset mode and let's type in a good value. Yeah, much better, right? Oh, it's still sensitive though. It's so freaking sensitive. Right? So okay, here on this side it's like good. We can tweak the shading to pick up ever so slightly more. The other side is kind of whack though. Let's check that out. I'll explain why this stuff works in a moment. So like this point is very tight. What we will do is like we will make another inset. Yeah, it's overlapping here, but that's fine. We'll fix it in a moment. We will. I need to disable the merge for now. Boom, boom, boom. Now I can enable it again. And it should... everything should... fuck. Ah, you motherfucker. Fine, I'll just merge them myself. Oh, I never talked about this, did I? If you want to find a specific command and you don't know where to look, you can also do this. You can press F3 and you can like try to search for what you want. You have to know the names, but still. We can all collapse all of this stuff into one. So this is all 1 point now. So let's... now it should... I think it'll work out. Damn. It almost does. Right? Maybe if I slide this inwards a bit, this stuff. No, there's some kind of error. Let me... huh. I hate this so much. What is going on over here? What the fuck is going on over here? Bear with me, folks. Just bear with me a bit longer. It's so pointy. This motherfucker. Let me do it by hand. It's because it's so tiny. It's so goddamn tiny. Fine, we'll do it. We'll just err on the side of caution. We'll slim it down. Why not? I'll fix it. I'll fix it later manually. Let's see without the wireframe. Right. Good. It's all right. We can make it slightly better. We can make it a bit more crisp. Good point, Silver. I got caught up. I didn't save recently. Always save. That is true. It's picking up over here as well. Cool. Better. We can make this a bit more crisp even. So what we can do is like we can use something called weighted normals. See the difference? Oh, hold on, let me. It's supposed to go at the end. Like pin to last. Usually, you know, when you activate smooth by angle, it like automatically like pins itself to last. But in our cases, for our needs, we don't need that. We need weighted normals to be at the end of the stack. Let's see it again with and without. Right? Do you feel the difference? I can show you. I can show it to you in other ways. With without. Notice how much more crisp it is, right? You following along, guys? So I promised I would explain the why of things. So first off, about bevels. Early on, I made like a support loop that goes around the other side of the flat side of the mesh. This is to help us guide the, because here beveling is just adding edge loops that offset things. Edge loops with offset. That is what beveling is. That's what it is. When we create support loops, we can like direct things better. I'll show it to you here. Right, because it has to like, it has to squeeze into like the space I afforded it, and that's why it works. It almost works perfectly, but anyway, that's one thing. To make your models crisp, it's not enough to just have nice topology wherever you need it. You to make it extra crisp, you can't just like rely on it to like give you like a auto smoothing. You want it to be more sensitive to areas that are bending, and more restrained on like flat areas. So that's why we use the weight modifier, the weighted normals modifier, excuse me. I need to save again, so I can show it to you like this. I will apply all my modifiers, and I'll show you. Like this. These are the normals. This is vertex normals. As in the job of a vertex normal is to pick up light, and this represents the direction that it's picking up light from. So remember how this stuff looks right now. If I apply the weighted normal modifier, there's two versions, by the way. There's like corner angles, and there's like a mixture of both, but for our needs we need the first one. Now I apply this thing. And now you may not notice it, but now the flats are more constrained in position, and the bendable areas are left untouched. This is what creates the illusion, right? The illusion that it's like more high poly than it actually is. Okay? This is actually very important, because when they look at your portfolio, and you know you're making a sci-fi game, whatever, they're gonna see, they're gonna notice this immediately, that you didn't like barrel stuff correctly. and it just won't look as good. Right? So I'm telling you straight up, like, if you want to like have a good portfolio and you want them to take you seriously and stuff, you have to bevel stuff adequately. Yeah. So yeah, this piece looks fine. No need to go overkill on it. I'll just make it a bit more thick and we'll move on. Just a bit more thick. Right. By the way, the modifiers can like get distracting, so like you have options to like toggle how you want to preview them or like disable them entirely. Right? Anyway. This is good for now. We will save. We will continue to the next piece. So there's... Okay, I need to pick up a good color again. So there's like an intersection here, an intersection here, and there is... How should I explain it? Ah, it's so pixelated. Over here, they're like getting playful. They have this kind of profile all the way into the distance until it like reaches a point, I think. So let's get to it. We can, first of all, we should close this probably for our convenience. Fuck. We'll press F to like make a whole individual face and we'll cut it up like so. We will get rid of this nonsense, we don't need it anymore. Right. So I can comfortably like work on both sides. The edge loop tool won't work like I want it to, so I'll have to... Oh wait, aha, yeah, yeah, I left the vertices. Yeah, now it works. Now it works. We want over here. And up here as well, almost. We can just keep it simple, no need to complicate things. We extrude by normal direction, cool. we select both these faces and we have to work by the normal. Like so. I think you get where I'm going with this. Before we continue, let's make the other one. Yeah. Fuck. This. I'll combine the faces for now. No, I'll keep them there. I changed my mind. So like all we need to do here is like bevel it. Like so. Right, and it's great. So we can like do, there's a bit of overlap. We can do one way is like to get rid of the extra edge loop, and it's perfect. We can do the same over here and try the other method. So we can do the same thing. And to get rid of this, oh shit, it's so sensitive though. To get rid of this overlap, we pick up our selection and we go to mesh cleanup, merge by distance, and you may have noticed it merged them. Over here, down here, it'll tell you, yeah, we merged two vertices. So now it's clean again. Cool. Yeah, I like this detail. I just don't like that it goes over the plate. So that's an easy fix. What the fuck? Hold on, let me apply some things just so we can fix that annoyance. Needs to be needs to be wide there, like so. We'll get rid of these faces. We'll get rid of this stupid selection. Blend is like path selection isn't the best. The default one isn't the best. I'll be honest. This can stay. And we patch up. F, we close. And over here, Shift Alt click, and we close over here. Good. We got this. Let's add the proper modifiers. Weighted normal. We will set this to the bottom of our stack. We will keep sharp for now. Why not? So like up at the head we have things to do. We can, okay, I actually already have a loop here that I can work with. I'll just tweak it a bit. Yeah. And it terminates like near the end though. I need to make a cut. So like this cut through. Very important. Over here at the bottom where it says cut through, we need to cut through all the way through. A projected cut. Good enough. So now we have an extra plate to work with. We will use the inset tool. We will inset a bit outwards like so, and then we will let go of the control key and what the fuck? I know why. Hold on. Let me turn off. Because this, the topology isn't wacky. It is like wacky without the mirror, so we'll mirror again. I mean, bake the mirror again. Just so like it behaves reasonably. We press I. We press control now. So we like offsetting. We let go of control. And we do it like this. Yeah, stupid, sorry. The overlays can get confusing sometimes. So like we select both faces, we press I, we press control, we offset. Oh boy. Okay, we press I again so that I switched it to like individual mode. We want it whole. And now we get it out of the way. And now I just want to tweak the thickness so it like plays the part. Sure. We can scale it in like so. The back end, we will push it a bit slightly like so. Fine by me. Now it has the taper, so like let's go down like this. Cool. Looks fancy. We need to add a drum. So first of all, let's flatten this out. And you know the drill. Okay. Pretty good. Now I don't want to work with excess, so I have to pull another cut over here. Delete these faces. Delete these faces. And make a merge. Or a bridge. Cool. We flatten this. I mean, no, not flatten, sorry. We fill out this, we fill out this. Here's how it looks from far away. Right, serviceable, presentable. I want to... We have to flatten all this stuff up. Let's change shaders again so it doesn't like burn my eyes away. We need to flatten this portion out, this portion of the surface. We can use the loop tools. Right click and press it flatten, and it will do a reasonable job of it. Fine by me. We can do it on the other side. Flatten, nice and clean. Is there anything important at the tail end? I don't think so. Okay, now again, what do I say? What do I always say? Get ready to bevel. So let's first test it out. Let's first just test the automatic bevel solution. We don't need subdivision modifier. Bevel. Looks good. Just let me place it like behind smooth by angle modifier so it looks proper. Good. Nice and clean. We will turn off keep sharp the keep sharp tick box from weighted normals because we don't need the sharp edges anymore to orientate ourselves. And it looks really good actually. Surprisingly solid. Right? Now, because this is intended as a game asset, we could, in theory, we could have the bevel be like much more, but it's overkill. This is a game asset after all. Goodbye, Silver. Have a nice day, whatever you're doing. So we'll just play around with one bevel for now, because like this is supposed to be a game asset at the end of the day. I'll do the same over here. Minimalism, right? Fuck. Good. So now, yeah, this part we can let me just tweak the proportions a bit. I actually like it. I just want to tweak the proportions. And oh, come on. I'll do it like this then. I'll use the cursor. Right, cool. Let's stop tinkering with this all day. Let's move on to the next thing. I think I have about an hour left before I leave the stream to Randy. So there's a to accommodate for this this insertion, we have an inset over here, a very interesting inset, in fact. So we just go back to our main model. Our main wing model. We apply the symmetry so I can orientate myself better. And yeah, I can cut it like this. There's a better way. I'll use something. I'll show you in a moment. Let me just plan it out. Like so. It's something like this, right? So fuck. I think I need to bevel this a bit. These edges. I need to make them better. Fucking apply scale first, so it bevels normally. Three looks good enough. Looks good enough. Yeah. So what we can do now is we can projection cut this piece onto our main surface. What this will do is, if I can find it, okay, it's called knife project. So you have to be in edit mode. It's kind of tricky to do. You have to select one object, then the other, then go to mesh mode and like do your knife project. You have to select the faces as well, right? Motherfucker. Great, I forgot how it works. I completely forgot how it works. So annoying. Fine, we'll do it another way. I'll just make it like this. And I'll use the I'll use the other object as a reference. I'll do it by hand. Now I need to get rid of these faces because I don't need them anymore. Right. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I use Control G, which is like I combine the two objects together. I joined them. Over here, this is where you can do it by, you know, the normal way. Join. So I joined these two as one. They're one piece now. So I can do it like this. This. I need to make a cut along the middle. Yeah. What's this? What's this? Huh? My oh my oh my. It just won't let me go. Sorry about that, guys. I just needed to make sure that it would be like clean. Over here we can do the same. Right, cool. And now we can make our inset. Finally, we can make a proper inset. So press I to go down a bit. Release control to modify the depth. Cool. Looks great. But this is still flat. If we bend it, yeah, it's almost there. We just need a few more like lines of definition for the deformation. We're almost there. So yeah. Yeah. I may have to do a bit more, but let's see. Right, I see. I see. We will, for now, we will mark this stuff as sharp. If we bend it along, inside it's okay, but outside it's messy. Once again, it's a matter of adding support loops. So we'll do the shit. I'll do the obligatory. Let me just flip the camera around. Symmetry will take care of the other side. Do I need a loop here? Probably. I'll insert it like so. I need a bit more. Yeah. I'll be a bit cheeky. We need another control loop. Cool, we don't need a lot. Get rid of this stuff, we don't need it anymore. All right. There's some leftovers. Over here it's a bit goofy. Yeah, I'll do it by hand. Fine. See, now it's clean. It looks proper now. That's moment of truth. So now the rim is fine, but the other parts need tweaking. Some things have to get loose. Okay, it's pretty good actually. But I can make it a bit better. Here's what I'll do. What the fuck? I keep forgetting I have a subdivision modifier. I guess it doesn't hurt to have one. But what I'll do is I'll make a new plane over here on the same mesh. I'll make a new plane. I'll make it like so. Sure. Sure. So I have sorry. I need this to all be shaded smooth. I will separate the plane. So now what I have is like I have the actual mesh, right? And I have also a perfect plane. Without any weirdness, without any defects, without whatever. I have a perfectly bent plane. That's simple, topologically simple. What I will do is give it a name. Normal source, and I will display it as a box for now, just so it doesn't get in the way. And I will copy over the normal data from one object to the other. Over here. See? Now what is the best fit for the job? See how powerful this is? Like, I'm not actually changing the topology is the same. The topology is the same. It's just that like I'm overriding the normal direction. Okay, this looks like a good fit. But I don't want to work on everything. I just want because I'm going to lose my insets. I just need the proper pieces to pick up on the changes. Hello? Okay. Yeah, sometimes things can get like super clunky. Okay. This stuff. I will make a new vertex group. I will sign it. I'll give it like a proper name. Pickup group. By the way, it's always a vertex group, just saying. It doesn't matter if you select it as edges or like faces. It's always like in there it's always a vertex group. Cool. So now we go back to our modifier and we get our pickup group. And now it's great. Before, after, smooth. Good. No, it not quite. There's a bit more I can work on actually. I need to come here again and work on this other stuff. Yes. Yes. I will assign it on everything except the part with the inset. Smooth. Okay, I'll save. We're almost there. I'll go back to the selection, go in a bit deeper. Without the mirror. The mirror's gonna distract me for this part. I need to make sure. It's all selected. Assign. Yeah. Assign. No, wait, no. Go back a bit. I assigned too much. Yes. Assign. Perfect. Beautiful. Crispy. Excellent. Fine, let me save. So, it's almost time, so I have to hand it over to Randy to demonstrate the point. If we apply all the modifiers to our meshes and we combine them, see, now all the stuff that I did here is going to moment. All the stuff that I almost we're missing one step, Reset. If I there, that's what I wanted to show you. Jeez, what terrible lighting. So all the work we done over here is now part of this. And in theory, if we needed to like tweak it, if we needed to bend it, we could do so. Or like do any other changes. But we have like we have our neutral position with all the details, all the good stuff. We can tweak it at any time if we need to, and it's over here ready to go when we're done. Let me make this more like presentable. Right, here's some visualization of where we are now. Right. And it's almost time. Randy's gonna be here in 20 minutes. And the blender is crashing. That's great. No, it's alive. Good, it's alive. Hallelujah. So I'll just like I'll just make materials real fast just to flex on how the stuff looks. It's some kind of whitish matte color. It's not actually metallic. For the barrels, we will actually make it metallic. Nice. And yeah, that's all for now. For now, folks, Randy's gonna come over in 10 to 20 minutes. Go and watch him and have a nice day, folks. Wait, let me link his channel just in case anyone is interested. Before I go, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Yeah. Go watch Randy. This was Retroman. Thanks for stopping by, folks. See you around. Goodbye.